Thank you for showing more interest in our website. Today I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about the brain and the frequency that our brain puts out every day according to the feelings and the thoughts that we are having at any given moment. So as we know that now science can measure the vibrations that our brain is putting out. And these vibrations, when they are strong enough, bring into our world different things, people and events according to the quality of the vibrations that we are vibrating out, that are broadcasting out. So let's talk a little bit about the law that you might say in order to manifest anything into our lives, the law of magnetism or law of attraction or law of karma for that matter. This law says that in order to bring something into manifestation, there has to be, you might say, a recipe fulfilled. This recipe consists of three different things. The first part of the recipe is it has to be a very specific frequency that we put out. We have to know exactly what we want. The second part of the recipe, the broadcast with this frequency has to be strong enough. It has to be intense enough. It has to be a priority. When it's intense enough, then it's putting out enough, we might say, frequency out to draw into our world what we are trying to manifest. And the third part of the recipe, the third ingredient, is the duration of the broadcast. First, the specific frequency, then the intensity, and then it has to be held in the brain on the broadcast long enough until the desired result is manifested. So, in Soul in Harmony, we teach you how to get the exact frequency, but we actually go a little deeper on that, and we tell you how to get a frequency that we call it a noble intention, a noble wish, a noble frequency. The second part, the broadcast, the intensity, we also teach you how to do it with such intensity with your entire being is involved. Not only just your physical body, but your energetic body, your emotional body, your mental body is involved. Broadcasting that intense frequency so that it really begins to pull from the ether the desired result. And the third part, which is really, to me, is one of the missing ingredients, the missing links, is holding that broadcast long enough until the desired result is fulfilled. Have you ever been to a workshop, a seminar, or a convention where you felt so uplifted, so empowered to do many changes in your life, but when you went back home a few weeks later, nothing happened. You were back in the same. That's because when you were at the convention, you were vibrating so high that you felt you could do anything. But when you went back to the world that you have created, in your environment that you have drawn into you from your past, including your own limiting beliefs, that vibration, the high vibration that you were feeling, begins to be undermined, neutralized by the contrary negative limiting thoughts of your environment and your own self-created limitations. So I have designed a method through which once you bring your frequency up, you're able to hold that frequency as long as you're awake. And if you go down for some reason, you have a method to bring it back up again really fast. So, this fulfills the third part of the law, holding the broadcast. That is the hardest part of it all. Now, this method includes what I call the genie method. Once you bring your frequency up, the genie method holds your frequency in place, broadcasting as long as you're awake, and blocks it from any contrary frequencies to the broadcast frequency, including your own negative belief systems, frequency thoughts from other people, contrary frequencies like from cell phones, computers, and other things, and shields you so that your brain continues to broadcast. It further amplifies your auric field, the field of influence you have, direct field of influence, so it becomes very, very huge, sometimes 10, even 100 times bigger, and completely shields it, so it begins to pull from the distance the desired things that are of like vibration. It's like when you went on physics and you had a piece of white paper, you put iron shavings, and you had a magnet underneath. The magnet draws the iron shavings to the magnet according to the power of the magnet. The more powerful the magnet, the farther the hydrogens can be drawn from. So when that is your auric field of influence, the power of your magnet. Now the genie, what it does, it amplifies that tremendously, 10 or even 100 times I've seen it. So from that far distance, you begin to pull more things of like vibration, but completely shielded. So nothing, there's no obstacles interfering with your transmission and with your drawing of those objects that will help you, or those people and the things that will help you manifest your noble wish. So that is the power of the genie, and I would like to share that with you more. So you see how this works is fabulous, and we could actually see it in our lives when we practice daily our method. First, we clear negative emotions, any contrary emotions that are vibrating in our field, through the energetic clearing technique, which is very simple, and we teach you how to do it yourself, so you become very good at it. You become a master at it. You can do it, use it for yourself and for your loved ones or for other people. Once you clear the negative emotions that are vibrating there, we use the same energy that's being released and transmute it through a very high resonance technique and vibrate very high, fulfilling the second part of the law, of the recipe. We vibrate extremely intense with all your being, as I mentioned, and then the genie holds that broadcast, that frequency in your brain as long as you are awake, so it begins to gradually pull from everywhere things, people, and conditions to help you manifest what you are broadcasting. In addition to it, you become part of the genie network. Everybody who has the genie, through quantum physics law, is united in the same, we're hooked up like with a network. And whenever someone is raising his frequency very high, it's helping the others. In the same manner, when you feel a little bit down, you practice the technique, and with very little effort, you feel very high up again. You feel very uplifted, very empowered again. So that is another wonderful thing that we have discovered. So if you think this is something that it may be interesting to you, I invite you to get on with our program. Perhaps watch the next video about exactly what will you get with the genie package, to see if this is something that you want to do. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to having you as part of the Genie network or the Genie family. Thank you.